Greetings, everybody. My name is Ville Hermannivala from a band called Him from Helsinki, Finland. And at the moment, you have the pleasure of enjoying Toasted.nl. Have fun and have more fun. And then the funnest. And then die. Later.
Here in Amsterdam with Phil Fallow. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Good to be back here in sweet Amsterdam.
Playing the Paradiso.
Yes, usually. But the first time we played Amsterdam was the smaller side of Melkweg. But ever since that, it's been Paradiso. You know.
Which one's better?
Paradiso because, it reminds me of Bad Brains. Mm-hmm. I grew up listening to Bad Brains, the Youth Are Getting Restless. Their live album was recorded there. So that's one of the reasons that that's very special to me. And then the fact that it is church. So it's a very unusual place to play in. And still the acoustics are pretty good and all that. So in Amsterdam, it's a good party town. It was, back in the day when we started touring. It was so crazy.
Okay, there's a new album, Screamworks.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's our 7th album. We recorded in Los Angeles with a fellow called Matt Squire being the producer. He's the guy who has produced with The Used and 303 and Death Cab for Cutie. A bit more altsy stuff. And but he was born the same year as me in Linde, 76. So we grew up listening to a lot of similar music, including Bad Brains. And we just got along really, really good. And we had a bunch of songs went in there and wanted to create a mixture of Guns N' Roses, The Cult, Aha, Duran Duran, kind of 80s vibey album. That's my favorite era in music. The album's just been out for a sec, so for like about 3 weeks or something like that. So I don't know. A lot of people like it, and I haven't met anybody who'd hate it. But then again, there's a lot of people who haven't bought it. So I guess that there are people who dislike the album and the band. So we'll see what happens. It's tough times for a rock band. Rock doesn't sell.
You said that this album sounds more straightforward. And where have you been listening to when you were writing the songs?
Usually when working on an album, I don't listen to a lot of music, and neither does the band. It's there's no time. But so I guess more about stuff we have, they're embedded in our brains. All the classic Black Sabbath and Jane's Addictions and all that stuff. But then again, I think that the reason for it being more straightforward is the fact that the album we did before, called Venus Doom, that was very complex in the world of Him. It was, for us, a very progressive, weird, doomy, gloomy, surreal, experimental album. So I guess that it's very natural to do something a bit more direct and straightforward, just forward and in your face and all that. But I don't know. But I think it's a really, really good rock album, and I'm super disappointed if it doesn't do well.
Okay, so what's the best song?
This song called Catherine Wheel. It's one of the songs that I like a song when you start working on a song that sounds good on an acoustic guitar, and it's a very simple song, and then all of a sudden we just get it right with the band, and it took a long time. It's a very simple song and a very short one, but it took us a long time to get it sound. Catherine, on a level, it's about Catherine of Alexandria, Saint Catherine. Supposedly, they tried to kill her on a breaking wheel, they called it, like tied up on a wheel, and broke all her limbs, but then the wheel broke, and at the end of the day, they beheaded her, and all the religious art with Saint Catherine, she's always carrying a broken wheel with her. So I like the idea of a revolving motion. I like the wheel, because I think that, what goes around comes around, and life in itself is kind of repetitious, and I just like the vibe of being tied to a wheel, and the wheel being life in essence, and being love, and being the emotions I can't control, the submissive nature of a relationship, and that's the Catherine wheel. Okay. For me, so it's kind of a combination of a torture method, which sounds kind of crazy, and then again it's a kind of me serenading the lady as a torture method. It's very submissive,